You guys can hear me, but you can't see me. That's hysterical. Give me just a second here. It's funny. Oh boy. Hang on. Too funny. This is what happens when you don't check things before you go live. That is so funny. Let's try that again, shall we? There we go. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. Happy Sunday morning to you. I hope you're well. I hope you're having a fantastic weekend so far. And I hope the weather has been as perfect by you as it has been but here by me. I'm in Northern Illinois, a southwest suburb of Chicago, and it has been the perfect fall weather. In fact, we even got our first snowfall this week. It didn't last for very long, only a couple of hours, just enough to get some couple of pretty pictures, and then it switched over to rain and it all melted away, but it was fun there for while it lasted. I'm super excited for the winter winter season. I like winter. I'm probably one of the only Midwesterners that actually likes winter. But I do like it. The bitter cold, I'm not a huge fan of the bitter cold. It does my back hurt, things like that. But, I love the changing of the seasons. I'm not the kind of person that, I get bored easily. So if the weather stays the same all year long, it gets really boring for me. So I am really excited for the changing of the seasons. I'm excited for winter to come. Everybody gets kind of snuggly and cozy indoors. It's one of my favorite times of the year. So anyway, thank you so much again for joining me today. We are going to be working on our Thanksgiving gnome project. Now, you guys have seen this a couple times on the channel already. If you can see behind me, I've got the 2 gnomes done already, and I've got 2 more pieces of accent fabrics that we need to do, but we're going to be making a table runner today. I think I did this one on camera, and I did this one off camera. So we're going to be making some accent pieces today, and then I'm hoping to get the whole thing together today, but I think that's going to be a lofty goal. I don't know that we're going to make it. As you can see here on my table, I've already started putting one of the accent pieces together, and I'll tell you guys a little bit more about that in a minute. But you can also see some piles sitting here. I've got some exciting stuff to show you guys really, really quickly. I was off on Friday. I took the day off from my corporate job. I've got some extra vacation days here towards the end of the year, so I'm going to be taking some time off. And so Mr. Wizard and I did a bunch of errands on Friday because he had the day off as well. So we spent the day together running a bunch of errands. And one of the places that we went to on Friday and yesterday, 2 different places, or some quilt stores. So I got a bunch of fun projects here that I'm going to show you guys all about. Some of it is stuff that we got for other projects that we're finishing up, and then some of it is going to be some new stuff coming up on the channel that I'm really, really excited to show you guys. One of my fur babies has joined me. I don't know if you can see her yet. Stay away from the pedal, please. Thank you. I really need to get a fur baby cam in here one of these days. Maybe after Christmas, I'll look into getting a fur baby cam. That would be fun. Just in like the bottom corner down here or something, a little bitty fur baby cam. That would be fun. Anyway, let me hop into chat, say hello to everybody there, because we've got a lot of things to talk about today. But before I do that, I just wanted to give everybody a quick reminder. Christmas is coming up, so if you know somebody that might be interested in getting one of these really cool coffee mugs, you can do ! merch in chat there, and it'll give you a link to our merch channel. We've got all kinds of fun stuff there. Coffee mugs, sweatshirts, t-shirts, drawstring bags. There's all kinds of stuff in there. Water bottles. So if you guys are interested in that, make sure you check that out. It's a great way to help support the channel and help us with some of these new projects, because let me tell you, they're a little pricey. But we're going to do them anyway, even if there are no purchases, so it's fine. It's not a big deal. Other thing is, if you're interested, you can also become a member of the channel by clicking the button down below that says join. We have got 3 different options there to choose from. The first shipments for the Scrap Busters Club are going to be going out in December. So normally I would require at least 3 months for you to be a member, for at least 3 months before you get your first shipment. But for this very first round, my cutoff is the end of November. As long as you have signed up for one of these, one of the 3 things by the end of November, you will receive the first box in December. So hopefully that'll be a fun thing to do. We'll see how that goes. What else was I gonna tell you guys about? I don't remember. If you don't want to, join the channel, but maybe you just want to leave me a quick tip, you can do that by doing !tip in chat, and that will give you another page where you can provide a donation if you're interested. The channel is always 100% free, and it will always stay that way. These tips and donations are simply to help provide a little bit of extra cash so that we can get some more projects in there. So I'm going to show you guys those in a minute. First, though, let me take a sip of this coffee. Well, actually, this isn't coffee. This is water. But let me take a sip of this real quick. Yum, yum, yum. All right, let me hop into chat, say hello to everybody there. I know Brat46 was the very first person in chat this morning. She was 3 hours early. My goodness. Thank you so much for hanging out and waiting for that. I really appreciate you being there. Linda Denton was the second person in chat. Ooh, that was close, didn't I? I almost did a faux pas there. Good morning, Brat46. Thank you again. And good morning, Linda. Thank you both for being the very first persons in chat. Denise says hello from northeastern Illinois. Good morning, Denise. Thanks so much for being here today. Yay, yay. Another one from Illinois. Love it. Thank you so much. Judy, good morning. Welcome back to the channel. It's so great to see you. Kathy, good morning. So good to see you as well. Happy Sunday morning to you. Susan, hello. Good morning. Thanks so much for being here. Da, 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 da. I'm just scrolling through, guys. Sorry, give me a second. Hi, Betty. Wow, I feel like it's been forever since I've seen you. So great to see you again. Hi, Betty. Good morning. Susan says time for coffee. Yeah, amen. Amen for that. Candace, good morning. Welcome to the channel. I can't say that I recognize your name, so welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm so happy you're here. We can't wait to get to know you better. Make sure you let us know where you're from and how you found us. We love to hear those stories. At least I do anyway. But thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it. Hope you have a great time. Sandra, good morning. Gosh, I feel like it's been forever since I've seen you. I hope you are well. Welcome back. So great to see you. Naomi, good morning. Thanks so much for being here today. Good morning. La 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 la. Gladys, hello. How are you? It's so good to see you. Good morning. Happy Sunday morning to you also. Susan says it's raining here again. Oh, I'm sorry, Susan. It did finally stop raining here for a little while, but like I said, we got some snow, so that was fun. Brett 46 says, I like it, but when I don't have to go out in it. Yeah, no, I totally get that. Good morning, Terry. Hi, Terry. I love her pink hands. So much fun. Good morning. Thank you so much for being here. So great to see you. Happy Sunday morning to you also. After the years of working in the playground in the heat, cold, sun, rain, snow, going to take a while before you find joy in the snow. Oh, yeah, Susan, I completely understand that. Yeah, I don't work outdoors, so maybe that's why I enjoy it so much. Good morning, Fern. Thanks so much for joining us this morning. Happy Sunday morning to you also. My goodness, so many people in chat today. Atlanta, Georgia. Candace is from Atlanta, Georgia. She says, I've lurked your lives before. Well, Candace, I truly appreciate you lurking, and I love the fact that you decided to join us in chat today. Thank you so much for either one of those, and thank you to everybody that lurks or watches or you know, wherever you're at on the channel. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate that. Judy says, hi, Candace. Dallas, go Georgia here. That's awesome, Judy. I found another friend. That's so exciting. That's what we're all about here on this channel, is making and finding friends and just hanging out with each other and maybe making a fun project or two in the process. Who knows? But other way, we're just kind of hanging out today. So good morning, all of you. Thank you again so much. I think I've gotten through chat. If I missed you, hi, Loretta. Good morning. Wow. Gosh, can't even say that I've heard of that name either. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. So many new friends. I love it. Oh, so I love making new friends. So that just, you guys, that gives me so much joy. So good morning. It is so great to see you this morning. All right, let's get started. So I've got a bunch of fun things to talk to you guys about today. Like I said, I've teased you already, but we're going to go ahead and open those things up real quick. I don't want to spend a lot of time on it because I really want to get to this gnome project. But we're gonna open these up really, really quickly. So let me take a sip of this and show you what I got. Yum, yum, yum. All right. Let me show you my haul really quickly. Just real quick, I promise. I won't go through it very fast. Really slow. I'll try to go through it quickly. So you guys remember our Firelight project. That was the one with the grays and the blues and the pinks and the teals. And it had, it was like a starry fabric. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to find some fabric for the borders. I wanted to do some borders and then some backing. So this is what I found. Let me show you guys what I found. Terry says, let's see. I am really excited. It took 2 quilt stores before I found what I was looking for, but here we go. So let me show you what I got. So these are the 2 fabrics that I got for borders. I'm going to do a thinner border on this one, like probably 1 inch to 1.5 inch thin border on that one. Isn't it gorgeous? And then I'm going to do a thicker border on this one, probably a 4-inch border on this one all the way around. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And then for the backing fabric, I found this, guys. And it is absolutely a perfect match of what it looks like. This is absolutely gorgeous. It's got pinks and teals and blues, and I mean, it was a score. Like, I bought extra of this one because I might make some other stuff with this one because it was a lot of fun. So I really, really liked it. So I was excited about that. So those are the pieces that we're going to need for the rest of our Firelight project. And then last week we finished our Man Cave Rules project, and I told you guys I wanted to find a flannel backing fabric for it. Well, again, it took me 2 quilt stores to find it, but I did finally find some. Look at this, and it's so soft and cuddly. Oh, I can't wait to use it. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? And it's a flannel, so it's like nice and soft. And oh, it's going to be so warm. I'm going to love it. Love it, love it, love it. So I'm going to super excited about the man cave quilt to finish those. So these are the stuff that I bought just to finish up the projects that we have. Because, you know, that's a legit reason to buy fabric, right? It's just to finish up stuff, right? So I went ahead and I purchased those. And then let me show you guys what some upcoming projects that you guys are going to see here on the channel in the probably next year. We're probably not going to start either of these this year. I want to show you this one first. Oh, they're heavy because I bought a lot of fabric. So I bought the pattern for this, and I'll show you guys in just a second, but I bought the pattern for this one, gosh, over the summer sometime, like June, July, somewhere in there. I bought the pattern for this because I absolutely fell in love with it. I just thought it was so cute, and you guys know me. I love my puppies. So I bought the Puppies by Elizabeth Hartman. We're going to be making a large quilt. It's a 66 by 66 quilt. So all I had was the pattern to begin with, right? So then I went to one of the quilt stores, and I was walking past when I was looking for those fabrics that I just bought. I was looking for something to match that, and I came across this fabric. And guys, wait till you see it. It is absolutely adorable. Wait till you see it. Look at it. Look. Puppies! It is so adorable. And the reason that I grabbed it, I'm going to show you guys here. This one right here, this little puppy right here. Let me see if where's my finger? There's this puppy right here. That is what my big white one, Addison, that's what she looked like as a puppy. So I absolutely loved it. So this is a backing fabric. I bought 5 yards of this to make sure that I would have enough, or maybe 6 yards, just to make sure that I would have enough. But look at all these puppies. Oh, so much fun. I absolutely love it. So that's going to be the backing fabric for this quilt that we're going to be making. And then I bought this one to use as a border and a binding. Look at this. Puppy paw prints. Oh, it's so cute. In the brown shades. I absolutely love it. Can you guys see the puppy paws on there? So cute. So we're going to be using that as a binding. I think I bought 2 yards of this. So there's plenty here for a border and some binding. And then I bought this fabric here. This was a Robert Hoffman, no. Yes, Hoffman Batiks fat quarter set. And this are the fabrics that we're going to be using for the puppy heads. The light fabric might end up being a little too light, so I might have to go back and get some regular fat quarters in the darker fabrics. But these are all dark brown batiks in various shades. So we're going to be using that for the puppy heads. I still need to get some background fabric, but then we're going to go ahead and start this one. So this will be a new project that we're going to be starting on next year. I'm super excited about it. Good morning, Agnes. Welcome back to the channel. It's so great to see you. Happy Sunday morning to you. Sherry, good morning. Welcome to the channel. My gosh, another new name. That is awesome. Thank you so much for joining us. She says, I made that quilt for my son. Well, I am really excited about it. You guys know I love my puppies. And I couldn't pass it up. Like, the pattern was inexpensive, and then the fabrics were so pretty. I couldn't pass it up. So that one is going to be coming up here on the channel. And then this other one, I walked past it. And have you guys ever done this? Like, hi, Dawn, good morning. Have you ever walked past something at a quilt store and you went, ooh, I need that. I don't know why I needed that, but I needed that. I had no reason for it, but I had to have it. And then Mr. Wizard was with me, and he looks at me while I'm trying to find fabrics for the stuff that I bought down there that I saw on the floor. I was trying to look for those. And so I'm walking by, and I stopped, and I looked at it and went, ooh, that's really pretty. And Mr. Wizard looks at me, and he goes, focus. I'm like, you're not supposed to be supervising me. I did not bring you here to supervise me. So I did end up buying it anyway. I did go back and get it later, but I thought that was really funny. So this is a kit that I actually purchased from the quilt store. The quilt store put it together for me. It's a kit. And the pattern is called Swirling Leaves by Melissa Corey. It's a happy quilting pattern. And it is, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this, but it's like leaves. It's definitely a fall fabric, but I absolutely loved it. And there's leaves and lines and things. And then inside of it, they gave me the fabric for the binding and the background. And then they gave me a layer cake by Mona Fabrics. And I'm trying to see if I can find, it's called In Bloom. It is so pretty. It's got all these pretty colors in it. I don't know if you guys can see there. It's got such pretty colors, but it was such bright, pretty colors. And I love the leaves and the pattern, and it just spoke to me. So this kit is going to make a lap size quilt, which is a 60 by 60, and we're going to be using the entire layer cake, so that's what I'm really excited about. So yeah, so this is going to be another fun project that we'll have on the channel next year. So I'm really excited about that. So that's why it's already made its way into an empty project bin, because it will be a new project. So those are two of the projects we're going to be working on next year. I imagine we're still going to be finishing our Resilient project. I am trying to do that one a little bit off camera if I can. But yeah, so those are at least two that we're going to be working on. Super exciting. I love that puppy dog one. I cannot wait to start on that one. It's going to be super, super duper exciting. All right, so let's get back to today's project and why everybody is probably here watching today, and that is for our holiday gnome project. Now, this is a cotton cuts project. I purchased the kit. I did not come up with the pattern, so I do apologize for that. This is a purchase kit by Cotton Cuts, but they are still selling them in their store, in their clearance section, so if you're interested, make sure you go check that out. If you do !CC in chat, it'll give you a link. This one is the November table runner set. And it is in the batiks option is what I selected. So, like I said, we've already put the two gnome pieces together, and now we also have two accent pieces that we need to put together, and so I've got one of them kind of going already here. I've got the first 3 rows done, and then I put 2 more of the rows together, so that's what we're going to be working on today. Let me see. Oh, good. This is what it looks like, this one here. That's what this particular one looks like. So it's supposed to be like a ribbon, I guess, maybe. Kind of pretty. And then there's another one that we have to put together, which is a bunch of stars. And then all 4 of them have some sashing pieces that we put together. Did you see the flyaway colorways on Cotton Cuts? Terry, I did not. I've made up my mind, and I've decided I'm not joining the flyaway PMQ this time around, because I have so many things going on, so I'm trying really hard not to tempt myself by looking. So no, I have not looked yet. I encourage all of you to do so, though. I encourage you to go check them out. We will not be doing flyaway here on the channel, unfortunately. I have way too many projects going right now. As it is, I'm going to be dropping off 6 quilt tops to my long arm the weekend of Thanksgiving. So I really have way too many things going on right now. And I still have 4 I keep pointing behind the camera, but behind the camera I still have 4 full-size quilts that I have to put binding on. So I've so many projects going on right now. So it's just not going to be a good time for me to grab another one. So, but we are still working on Wild West. That one we're still going to continue through, obviously, with Lucas. So I'm so excited to be joining him with that. But yeah, way too many things going on. But yeah, I encourage you guys to go check out Flyaway. I've heard the colorways are beautiful. I've been trying really hard not to pay attention to them because I don't want to get tempted, because I know I'm going to find one I'm going to fall in love with. And so I'm trying really hard. I'm trying to be good. I'm trying really hard to be good. Yes. Hi, Kelly. Good morning. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for joining us today. Susan says, I have 2 Elizabeth Hartman patterns. Susan, I'm really excited about it. I've never done one of her patterns before. I know I've watched Sean over on The Guy Who Sews. I've watched him put a bunch of them together. They're absolutely beautiful, so I'm really excited about it. I read through the pattern over this last weekend just to kind of familiarize myself with it a little bit. Obviously, it's not something we're going to start until next year. I'm thinking probably in January sometime we'll probably start that one, and I imagine that one's going to take some time because those blocks are kind of a little, they're not difficult. They're all pieced blocks. There's no paper piecing, but I know that the pieces can kind of be a little small, so I imagine that one's going to take us a while. So that one might be a year-long project. We'll have to wait and see, but I do have to get some background fabric before we can get started with it. I'll probably head to the stores sometime around this Christmas holiday. I'll probably head back there to get some backing fabric or background fabric for that. So Kelly says, Danny, please show us all your quilts when they're done, quilted and bound. I love to see people's finishes. Oh, absolutely, Kathy. Yeah, absolutely, for sure. I show you guys usually what the quilt top looks like, and then I kind of send it off to the long arm, and I do try to share with you guys what they look like when they're done. Sometimes I get so excited to gift them away that I forget. But I do try to remember. So yeah, no, absolutely, I will definitely share them with you. In fact, you guys might end up seeing them on the channel because we might do the binding as a live stream. We'll have to wait and see for sure. So. Everybody says they've got a lot to finish. Terry, thank you so much for throwing Sandra's channel up there. Really appreciate that. And Kelly's as well. Yeah, we have a lot of content creator friends here on this channel, and I absolutely adore every single one of them. So please do me a favor and go over there and give them a like and a subscribe. If you don't mind, tell them Danny sent you. They are the experts. 100%. They are the experts. I am definitely not. So I encourage you to go over there if you really want expert advice. Go over there. If you want to have fun, you come here. If you want expert advice, you go over there. that's the way we work over here. So yeah, thanks so much for doing that for me, Terry. I appreciate that. Love that. I have 16 to get long arm. Oh my goodness, Judy. Okay, you're a little bit further along than I am. So my goodness. Looks like we had a new subscriber about 10 minutes ago. Sorry I missed that. Good morning. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much, Sweet Polly. I'm not sure. I think there's like an hour delay before you can actually participate. I don't know what I set up. So welcome to the channel. I hope you're well. Excuse me. Let me just check and make sure. 1 hour. Gotta wait an hour. That's what it is. All right. Gladys, thanks for that. All right, let's get started because I am like so distracted today. Okay, so back to what we're doing. We are doing this gnome project. So if you guys are interested in making these gnomes, make sure you head over to Cotton Cuts and see if you can get the kit. It was fairly inexpensive. I think each gnome itself was like, oh, I don't know. I hate to give you guys a number because I don't know, but I want to say the whole kit was less than $40 maybe. Check their prices. I don't remember. Please don't quote me on it. I hate giving out prices because half the time I forget. So if you guys are interested, make sure you check that out. But we're gonna go ahead and get started with it today. Excuse me. Like I said, I've already kind of started the top here. I've got 3 rows done already, and then I was working on the next 3 rows. I was kind of doing 3 rows at a time. I've got 2 of them done here together, and I'm just going to do the last one up. So why don't you guys tell me? I'm going to grab just another sip of this drink here. Hang on. Judy says, I have a long arm and a squirrel problem. No. I feel you, Judy. That's why that's why we're friends, because I have the same problem. Oh, pretty. I have to start on this one now. I have to start on that one. Yep. Awesome. Okay, so what is everybody else working on? Let me know. I mean, besides the 16 project that Judy's got going, my goodness gracious. You guys know all the stuff that we're doing over here on this channel. There's just so much going on. I was so excited to go to the quilt store. Oh, that was the other reason. I wanted to let you guys know that I'm like having some issues here. One of the first reasons that I went over to the quilt store this weekend was to drop off Mama Joyce's machine. They took a very quick, brief look at it to see if they could figure out what was wrong with it right off the bat. Nothing was blaringly obvious to them, but she did have her suspicions. It's a female that was doing it, so she did have her suspicions about what might be wrong with it. She said they're on about a 2-week turnaround right now. So I don't expect to hear from them for another couple of weeks to find out what's wrong with it. If what is wrong with her machine, if what she thinks is wrong with her machine turns out to be true, there's a distinct possibility that Mama Joyce might have to decide if she wants to buy a new machine. Because it might not be worth fixing. We'll have to wait and find out. I don't want to give away anything too soon just yet. We're kind of just waiting to hear back from them to decide what we want to do. They did also tell her that they can fix her singer. I don't know if you guys remember, but Mama Joyce has an old singer. Forgive me, I do not remember the model number of it, or what year. I just know it's very old and green. That's all I know. But they did tell her she had a power cord that got chewed up by one of our animals. And they did tell her that they could fix that for her if she wanted them to. So I'm gonna try and convince her to drop that off to have that fixed so she can use that one. Like I said, unfortunately, I do not remember what year. I want to say 1940, but I don't think that's right. I want to say 1940s, but I could be completely wrong on that. Yeah, Judy, I agree with you. Yeah, if it comes down to it, yeah. It is a computerized machine. Her current machine is a computerized machine, yeah. Violet Craft Wolf Pattern. Ooh, that sounds like fun. My next piece is number 12. Oh, paper piecing. That's one of the projects I would love to get into next year as well, is a full-size paper piecing project. I would like to get into one next year. We'll have to wait and see. I think this year has been a lot of quick and easy projects, and I think next year we're going to be focusing a lot more on longer term projects. Mr. Wizard, if you're watching, I think I heard a puppy whine. I could be wrong. Alright, so let's take a look and see what we got here. So I laid out the pieces already for this one. I'm just trying to put it all together here. There we go. I want to make sure I'm doing this right. Hang on. Always get confused there for a second. Yeah, that's right. So yeah, so I've got some vacation time planned here over the next few weeks, just some extra days from my employer. So I'm probably going to be doing some impromptu live streams, kind of just willy-nilly, whenever I have an opportunity. I don't think that one was supposed to be sewn together. I think I was looking at the wrong thing here. God, just give me a second, sorry. I don't think I was supposed to sew these together. Nope. I was looking at the wrong row. I'm not even, what, 10 minutes in? Oh no, I guess I'm 40 minutes in already. Jeez. Time flies when you're having fun. But I already have to pull the divorce lawyer out. That was so funny when Mom and Sherlock Cheryl were using their divorce lawyers to pull some parts apart. At one point, Mama Joyce made the comment to Sherlock Cheryl because she was taking too long and that maybe she needs a different lawyer. It's taking too long. Maybe you need a better lawyer. It was pretty funny. Yes, oh puppy, let the dog in, let the dog out, let the dog in. Yeah, it becomes a game. Yeah, it's a game, yes. And you guys know I love my puppies very, very much. I thought I heard one of them whine a little bit, so. And I mean, I could totally do it, but, you know, he's here, so. He's closer. He's out in the garage, which is, like, right at the back door. So, it's the only reason I asked him. Otherwise, I would have gotten up and done it myself. Alright, let me put these pieces back down here. Give me a second. So we got that one there. This way. Alright. Get that one down. That one there, that one there. Alright. This one here, I think. Let me just triple check. Something's not right. Hang on. This one. That way. Yep. Okay. Now we can start to put pieces together. Alright. The only thing I don't like about these particular patterns. I mean, the patterns are adorable. They really are adorable. But I'm not used to working with such small pieces. So I do have a little bit of a struggle when it comes to working with such tiny pieces. Because these are probably only 2.5-inch blocks. Like, they're... In my mind, they're very small pieces. I know that there are patterns out there with much, much smaller pieces. But I don't usually do the mini stuff. Just because I struggle with the little stuff. The little pieces. And now I have the hiccups. This is fabulous. I always end up with the hiccups, like, all the time. All the time. Alright. There we go. Now we got some pieces going. How is everyone's weekend so far? Did you do anything fun? Getting ready to... Who's cooking for Thanksgiving? That's what I want to know. I am not hosting Thanksgiving. But I always help. Mama Joyce actually is the one that hosts Thanksgiving at her house. But I always help her cook. That's something my sister and I have done for many, many years. Since my sister's had her son, he's got nap time and things like that. So she does come and help for sure. But usually I'm there much earlier because I'm literally 3/4 of a mile down the road, so it's really not a problem. So I'm going to be helping cook, but I'm definitely not hosting, which has its benefits. My daughters are going to be coming home. Well, I know Taylor's coming home. She'll be home on Tuesday. I'm not so sure about Tony. I don't know if she's coming home or if she's going back to her apartment, because her and Lucas have their own apartment now. It's about a 2-hour drive from here, so I'm not sure if she's going to spend... I'm assuming she's going to spend time there, but I don't know if she's going to be coming home at all. If she is, we're going to have to figure out a sleeping situation, which is why I'm 99.9% sure we will not have a live stream next Sunday. Simply because I'm going to take the time to spend it with my family, because they are home with me. So that's why we're 99.9% sure that I'm not going to have a live stream next Sunday. If I do end up with one, you'll see it on the channel. There we go. 3 more lines. Let me check. Sorry. Brett46 says, just the 3 of us for dinner. You need an air mattress or sleeping bags? Terry, I do. We have a air mattress for sure. And it actually, well, it did fit in this room. It might still fit. It would fit like right here. It would be fine. But yeah, we do have an air mattress that we have. Hi Brenda, good morning. Welcome back. We do have an air mattress if one of them needs to stay the night. And since I think it's only fair that since Tony's officially moved out that that she be the one that sleeps on the air mattress, but I don't think that's going to happen. I don't see that happening. Judy, you need to take the time with your family. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so I mean, I'm 99.9% sure that we will not have a live stream next weekend. I know it's going to be a 4-day weekend for me, which I'm really excited about. But I really want to spend the time with the family. Like I said, my one daughter's coming home on Tuesday. I'm not 100% sure when Tony's coming home, but I'd like to spend some time with her. And just kind of rest and relax and enjoy the weekend. So there will not be a live stream next Sunday, and everybody's kind of like, well, that's like the perfect opportunity to have one, because everybody's going to be off work and things like that. And yeah, I get that. But I'm encouraging everybody to spend the time with their family instead of spending it with me. Brenda says, we have a family dinner planned with 85-year-old mother-in-law. Oh, wow. That's awesome. They are guests and treated accordingly. Yeah, that's 100% true, Kelly. 100%. I'm like, we do still have one of the beds set up. Tony's old bed is still set up in the bedroom. She hasn't moved all of her stuff out yet. I mean, she's got most of it out, but not all of it yet. So her bed is still set up in there. But Taylor usually stays there when she comes home. So, yeah, they're probably going to fight it out, I'm sure. I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see. No one except for Taylor has reached out to me to tell me they're coming home yet, so. And I know Lucas has been doing a lot of traveling. I think that might be where he's at today, is he might be traveling. I know he was doing some traveling in southern Illinois, so I know he was spending some time with Tony, and then he was off to Colorado. I don't know the exact schedule for that. He may be there now for all I know. I have to coordinate with him for our December Wild West. Susan says, snowing in the mountains right now. I plan on driving across the pass to my oldest brother's. Ooh, fun. Be careful driving. I was doing an open seam on these so that it was a little less bulk. I have not pulled the iron out yet. It's right behind. I don't know if you guys... Oh, no, you can't see it on the camera, but it's literally just off the camera there. It's there. It's just not turned on or set up yet. So I'm just kind of finger pressing this right now. The batiks finger press really well. Like, they're stiffer fabric than a regular cotton printed fabric is. I'm not sure why that is. I think it's just how they're made and so they can hold the ink better. But, oh, speaking of puppies. Hi, puppy. That's Addie. She's the puppy that I found on the puppy print fabric. It was her. Hi. Hi. How are ya? Hi, how are ya? Thanks for coming to visit. Oh, butt rubs? Butt rubs? Okay. Okay, that's not really appropriate for YouTube, just so you know. Oh boy, here comes the other one. Hi! I'm getting bombarded with puppies. Daddy must be somewhere else, huh? Yeah, is Daddy someplace else? Yeah? You can't find him, so you can come bug Mama? Yeah, I didn't set up the chair for you. I'm sorry. I'm working here. I can't spend time with you right now. I got other friends I'm hooking up with today. I'm sorry. You can see her just keep scratching the chair. I'm sorry. No, I got things I gotta do. Just sweetheart. Bye, Kelly. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. We appreciate you being here. You can always catch the replay later. But I appreciate you being here. All right. Let's focus here. Let's get something done, shall we? I get so distracted. So distracted. Come on. There we go. Ooh, I don't like that. All right. There's lots of nesting of seams with this project. Lots of nesting of seams. Bye. See you later. If you hear squeaking in the background, I apologize. It sounds like one of them has found a squeaky toy. I'm surprised she didn't bring it in here with her. Usually she brings it in here with her. I don't even remember what I was talking about before they came in. So, hi Mona, good morning. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for being here today. Happy Sunday morning to you. We are putting together a gnome project by Cotton Cuts. You guys have seen me put together a couple of the pieces already on other streams, but we're going to try and get the accent pieces together now. We're trying anyway. There we go. All right. There we go. Okay, got another set of rows together, so we're going to attach these up to the other rows. Let's grab this one. All right. Linda, the Streamlabs is just welcoming you back to the channel. You were here earlier, I know that. Good morning again. All right. Let's see if we can do this. Let's see. Oops. There we go. I was actually doing pretty well. My machine was actually being kind of nice to me today. It wasn't giving me too much trouble. And I think that's kind of why I don't like the smaller pieces. I think it's just my machine. You know, I have an older machine, and it's kind of delicate. And it really, 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 really does not like bulk. It just does not like bulk. So I struggle even a little bit with just the regular seams here. So I think that's part of the reason why I don't really like the smaller pieces. And I have thought about maybe upgrading to another machine. You know, I do have my sights set on a Juki. I would like a Juki someday. But you know what? They're expensive. You know, like, I mean, any machine is expensive. And there's nothing wrong with this one. I mean, I was able to get this one fixed for rather inexpensively. When I thought there was something wrong with it, turned out it just needed to be cleaned. So, you know, I'm still kind of torn about a new machine. I don't really need one. Oh, I saw a redemption pop up there. Sandra, it looks like you've redeemed a free Notion. So that's awesome. We'll get that out in the mail for you at the end of the month. Well, I guess technically it is the end of the month already. I've got a couple of redemptions already that I need to work on. Sandra, I am 99% sure I already have your mailing address, but if you could email it to me just to make sure 100%. I'm pretty sure I have it already. And it sounds like one of my puppies wants to play because she is whining. She's barking and whining. Alright. This is what we've got so far. We're about halfway done now. We got 5 more rows to do. So let's go ahead and lay those pieces out. So I like to lay out the rows. It kind of helps my ADD a little bit. I lay them out ahead of time. And then that way, hopefully, I can be a little more organized about things. So let's lay these out. J. Yeah, Sandra, it's been a while since I've mailed anything to you. I'm pretty sure I have your address because I did keep them this year. I have not been keeping them in previous years, but I did decide to keep them this year just to kind of save time, I think. But just in case, if you wouldn't mind emailing it to me, that would be great. You can do !email in chat. It'll give you a link. And that way we can make sure to have that I have it. I think it goes that way. Sorry guys, just trying to lay these pieces out. These are, you know, because they're making a specific design, so you got to pull the pieces just right. The good news is that everything is already pre-cut for us because it is a Cotton Cuts project, so they have pre-cut everything for us. And in these projects with these gnomes, they've given us extra pieces. Like there's just a ton of extra pieces we end up with. So I've been keeping them. I have no idea what I'm going to use them for. Who knows? They may end up in a scrap box for one of you guys. Who knows? Go. Batik fabrics are sticking together. There we go. Alright, so there's that one, and then I need 6 of these. Hi Melanie, welcome to the channel. I can't say that I recognize your name before, so welcome to the channel. A lot of some new friends today. I'm so excited to learn more about all of our new friends. I really appreciate everybody hanging out with us. And even if you're a lurker and you're not in chat, I appreciate you watching, hanging out with us today. I'm always so humbled and honored by the fact that you guys take time out of your busy days to spend it with me. Like, like I know I wouldn't spend time with me, so. Melly says, yes, I've been here before. Well, that's good. I'm glad to hear it. I know I wouldn't spend time with me, so I appreciate you guys doing it. But that's all what we're about here on this channel. We're here about just hanging out with friends. You know, if we make something in the process, that's fine too. But, you know, not a big deal. So I asked everybody about Thanksgiving before. A couple people have said that they're planning some Thanksgiving festivities. What is everybody's favorite dish on Thanksgiving? Like, what is their absolute favorite dish? This is going to be weird. And if Mama Joyce is watching, which I don't think she is, but if she's watching, she's probably going to be surprised by this. She thinks that my favorite dish on Thanksgiving is ham. We refer to it as pink turkey, and I'll explain that in a minute. But she's going to think that that's my absolute favorite dish for Thanksgiving, but she's wrong. She's wrong. My absolute favorite, 100% favorite dish for Thanksgiving is actually stuffing. It's the dressing. Not the one that goes in the bird. I can't stand that one. It's gross. She makes a separate pan of it that's outside of the bird, and that's exactly what that is my absolute favorite dish, because she makes it with sausage, and she makes it, and it's just so good. Like I really need to get the recipe from her, because it is just so good. Such good dressing. She does a fantastic job with it. She's always made the dressing. She's always done it herself, and it's just so good. Just so good. It's a sage stuffing, I know that, but she makes it with sausage, and it's one of my favorites. So that is my favorite dish. What is everybody else's favorites? That's what I want to know. Jello salad, this says Kelby. That's a surprise. I was not expecting that. Oyster dressing. I've heard that. Judy, you had mentioned that before. Yeah, stuffing with gravy. Ooh, I bet that's good. I can't say that I've ever put the gravy on it before, but I should try that someday. Mona says we are having ham. Yes. So speaking of the ham, quick story. And if you guys watched our After Dark edition, then you already know this story, but I'll tell you about it anyway. When I was little, like 2-3 years old, could barely speak, could barely form sentences. We had Thanksgiving at, I think it was my mom says it was my aunt's house. I thought it was my grandma's house, but whatever. She would probably know better than I do. I was too young to remember. But we were having Thanksgiving dinner, and they were trying to make my plate, and they kept asking me, you know, Danita, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want? And I kept telling them that I wanted the turkey. They're like, do you want turkey? And I said, yes, I want turkey. And they said, okay. And they went to go grab a piece of the turkey and put it on my plate, and I started screaming. Literally at the top of my lungs, screaming, no. And they're like, I thought you said you wanted turkey. And I'm like, I do want turkey, but I want the pink one. And the pink one is actually the ham. It's not pink turkey, but it's the one that's on the table was pink. And so that became referred to as pink turkey in my family for a very long time. Like even now, that is what it's referred to as. So anytime we talk about ham, it's always pink turkey. So, but it's funny because when you talk to people and you've gotten so used to calling it pink turkey, that when you talk to other people and they're like, what are you having for Thanksgiving? Oh, we're going to have pink turkey for Thanksgiving. Because you don't think about it. And they're like, you know that's dangerous, right? you know that's not safe, right? And we're like, no, not actual turkey. So yeah, so that's the quick story about turkey. Mona says I ate all our stuffing already. That's hysterical, Mona. That is absolutely hysterical. She ate it already. She's got to go back to the store and get more. Sweet potato souffle, Candace says. Ooh, that sounds amazing. I was not a sweet potato fan as a kid, but I have grown to really enjoy it. I'm not a huge fan of like candied sweet potatoes. Like I don't do all the marshmallows, and I'm not a fan of that. That's just not my thing. But because I just don't like that stuff that's sweet, and I really am not a marshmallow fan either. But just regular old sweet potatoes, I just find them to be absolutely wonderful. They are so good. Mr. Wizard and I eat them quite often. Not a lot, but we do eat them often. Probably more often than we eat regular potatoes anymore. But they're just so good. So good. And I imagine that a souffle is just to die for. Pulled pork. Ooh, Linda, that's different. For Thanksgiving. I love it when we do non-traditional things for Thanksgiving, or just any holiday, really. I think that's really cool. That is awesome. Are you doing it like are you got a smoker and you're smoking it, or are you cooking it in the crock pot, or how are you making your pulled pork? Wine and Coke. Terry, honey, this is why you and I are friends. This is why you and I are friends. Terry says her favorite is the wine and the Coke. This is why you and I are friends. The wine, that 100%. 100%. Yeah, I'm with you there. 100%. Too funny. Fries. Mona says, I like the fries. I don't like canned sweet potatoes. Oh no, that's gross. Yeah, no. I don't really do canned anything. I will do canned, like... Yeah, I really don't do canned anything anymore. Like, when I was a kid, I used to do... When the girls were little, I did canned stuff. Because it was, it was less expensive. Or frozen. But no, I'm thinking about it now. The only thing that I would do that would be canned would be, like, tomatoes for sauce. But no, I don't really do canned anything anymore. Susan says, my sister-in-law forgot to put the marshmallows on the sweet potatoes on one year, and I actually liked it. See, I don't like marshmallows, so I would have loved that. That would have been fine for me. Trying to find where I was at here, guys. Give me a second. All right. So we gotta go this way. Had a smoker, and he would do it, but the apartment complex does not allow it, so he bakes it now. Ah, okay. Makes sense. I'm sorry that the apartment complex doesn't allow it. I mean, but I get it too. I mean, I kind of understand. Some people don't really know how to use a smoker very well, and I'm sure there are people out there that don't appreciate the smell. They're wrong. They're wrong, but they don't appreciate smell. But I can kind of understand that. Canned version, but the sauce is just butter, dark brown sugar, cinnamon, and nutmeg. Okay. There's nothing wrong. I mean, the canned is not, it's not my favorite, but there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, if there was something wrong with it, they wouldn't have made it, so. But sweet potatoes, to me, I usually bake them. They are awesome in the air fryer, because they come out like a little crispy. They're so good in the air fryer. Ooh. Yes, and the fryer. The outdoor turkey fryer is very worrisome. Yeah, a lot of people just do not understand what they are doing. Ooh, almost did that one wrong. Oh, no, wait. I'm on the wrong roll here. I gotta do this road. Yes, I've never had a deep fried turkey before. I can honestly say I've never had one, and I understand that they can be extremely dangerous. So if you are doing one, please be careful. Please use extra caution. I understand them to be extremely delicious, but if I'm being perfectly honest, I'm not a big turkey fan to start with. Like, even, like, I'm just not a big turkey. Like, I'll eat it. Don't get me wrong. I will totally eat it. But if I'm given a choice between ham or turkey, I am 100% going for the ham. And I am definitely a white meat turkey girl. I'm not a dark meat. I like dark meat chicken. I do not like dark meat turkey. No, I can't do it. I'm sorry. If you have to unsubscribe because of that, I understand. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. But I am a white meat turkey as opposed to dark. I understand the dark meat is supposed to be more flavorful and more, I'm trying to not use the word that Tony hates. More flavorful. But I'm a white meat girl. Brat46 says it's not so bad, but you have to do the prep first. Okay. Melanie has had air fried turkey, and she says it's awesome. That's awesome. No, don't cook in the garage or near your house. Yeah, 100%. And make sure you've got one of those lift systems too, from what I understand. To make sure that you're putting it in there correctly and safely. We don't want anyone getting hurt. That is definitely not the goal. Terry says, I don't mean eat. I don't mean eat. Oh my god. I don't eat meat. So all the sides are my favorite. Love stuffed mushrooms. Ooh, stuffed mushrooms are good. Green beans. What do they stuff them with? Your mushrooms, Terry. If you're not a meat eater, and there's nothing wrong with that, by the way. But because like my family, we stuff mushrooms with like either seafood salad or pork. Roasted pork. So I'm curious to know what they stuff them with. Cranberry sauce is good. If it's a homemade cranberry sauce, it's really good. There you go, Judy. She says she uses a cooking bag to cook her turkeys. They're always very good. Awesome. Mama Joyce cooks hers in a roaster. She's got an electric roaster that she leaves on the counter. She purchased that a few years ago, and she has found that works out the best for her because it opens up the oven for us to use the oven for other things. So that's what she does. And her turkeys always turn out perfect. She does an amazing job with her turkeys. Like I said, I'm not a huge fan of them, and so I'm really, really excited that we have pink turkey this year. But I will eat it. I mean, it's like I said, given a choice, I'll choose something else. But I will eat it, and it's always been very, very good. Of course, my favorite part of her turkeys is the bacon topping, because she covers the skin in bacon to keep the moisture, and that's really good. I like the bacon. She always saves the bacon for me, which I know is horribly unhealthy, but I really don't care. It's one day a year. It's one day a year. It's fine. Mashed potatoes and Grand's biscuits. There you go, Mona. There you go. Yeah, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Our family usually does the croissants. Sometimes they do the croissants. Sometimes they do biscuits. Just depends what they're going on. But those are amazing. They're really good. Mashed potatoes are really, really good. How do you make your mashed potatoes, Mona? Are they just traditional mashed potatoes, just a little bit of cream and butter? Or do you add something to them? I know there's some people that add chicken broth to them. Some people add cheese to them. I think my sister tried to do that one year and everyone rejected it. I felt so bad for her. Because they were very good. They were very good. But, they weren't the tradition. And so, my family doesn't like change. It's like, no. I'm excited this year. Tony and Lucas are contributing to the Thanksgiving meal. They're bringing their own homemade macaroni and cheese. So that's exciting. They're really excited to be able to do something like that. Being that they're going to have their own kitchen now and things like that. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Terry says I have to head out. No problem, Terry. We completely understand. We appreciate you hanging out with us for as long as you have. Thank you so much for being here today with us. No, I didn't. I did this right. I think I just pressed this one. Oh no, I did it. Wow, I accidentally did it right. That's cool. Don't you like when things like that happen? I guess that's the trick, is don't really pay attention and then you'll do it right. Alright. Mr. Wizards is a sides guy with you, Terry. He's a complete sides guy. Like that's where he goes. Don't get me wrong, he likes the turkey. He likes the sausage. He's a big fan of that. But yeah, he's a sides guy. Like that's where you will find him. That's what you will find on his plate, is nothing but sides. Anybody have any really fun recipes that they like to do for all the leftovers? Mama Joyce always sends us home with leftovers, and Mr. Wizard takes them for lunch for the week. He actually used to have to work the day after Thanksgiving. He doesn't anymore now that he's out of the industry, but he used to have to work, so he would actually take them for lunch the next day. Does anybody have any fun recipes? I know I see them all online of people taking the stuffing and making waffle out of them. And do you guys actually do that? Does anybody actually do that? That's what I want to know. Is that like an actual thing? I mean, I know it's a thing. You can see it on TikTok and Instagram and all those other places. But does anybody actually do it? That's what I want to know. What am I doing here? Hang on. What did I do? No, something's... This one. This one. This one. This one. Alright. I keep confusing myself because I'm looking at the wrong row. There is another row that is almost identical to this one that I'm currently working on. The only difference is that the triangles are pointed in a different direction, and I keep looking at it, and I keep confusing myself. So I really need to get this row done. Make soup with the carcass and bean soup with the ham bone. Yeah, Mama Joyce makes navy bean soup with the ham bone. She does that. Yeah, she makes navy bean soup with the ham bone. She's done that for many, many years. She does that like whenever we have a ham bone. Like, because Mr. Wizard and I will buy a ham every once in a while just because we feel like ham. And then I'll, because we can't eat a whole ham by ourselves. Well, I take that back. Mr. Wizard could eat a whole ham by himself if he wanted. given the opportunity, he could do it. That's how it has to go, right? No. This way. Ah, so I sewed these pieces on wrong. See, I told you, like, I keep, like, not paying attention. You know what I should do? No, because it's wrong for that way, too. Ah! Sewed these pieces on wrong. It's okay. Ham bone split pea soup. Oh. You can keep your split pea soup. You have probably just made Mr. Wizard really happy, and he probably wants to know how he can invite himself over for dinner when you do make it. But no thank you. No thank you. You can keep your split pea soup. Yes, Mona, I will have to make it then, and then make pink gravy to go with. Ooh, pink gravy. Turkey salad, pot pies with the turkey. Ooh, yum. Purple potatoes. Purple potatoes are really good. I love purple potatoes. They're so good. There was one year I had leftover stuffing, made savory bread pudding with it. Ooh, Susan, I bet that was good. That was probably really good. Other than being in London, I don't think that I've ever had bread pudding for anything else. I'm having issues here. I'm trying to get this one apart. So I sewed up these corners wrong because I wasn't paying attention. Weird, right? I wasn't paying attention. So weird. But I sewed up these corners wrong, so now I'm going to try and pull them apart. There we go. Let's pull this. Freeze most of it. My husband is the only one who likes split pea. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, Carrie, I have to agree with you. What is pink gravy? Is that like a tomato-based gravy? Pink gravy is just a drop of food coloring to match the leftover. The taters. Match the taters. Huh. I can't say that I've ever seen that before, Sandra. I love different recipes, and that is one I've never heard of before. That sounds fantastic. Okay, so I need to flip it. I want to make sure I'm flipping it correctly, though. Looks like this way. So I'm going to flip it and sew it before I forget. So. Yeah, I can't say that I've ever heard of dyeing the gravy to match the potatoes, but that sounds really good. Thank you, Carrie, for asking, because I was too chicken to ask. I thought everybody else knew. I was just, oh, okay. I'll look it up later. Hi, Patricia. Welcome back to the channel. Good morning. Thank you so much for being here again. Happy Sunday morning to you. Welcome back. We're just talking about Thanksgiving as we're making these gnomes. You guys can see the 2 gnomes there behind me. This is a cotton cut kit that I've purchased, so I don't actually have a pattern for it. I do apologize for that. One day I will be that creative. We are making the 2 accent pieces to go along with it. Well, we're attempting anyway. I'm desperately trying, but I've made a boo-boo, so I had to pull some pieces apart. And we're also talking about Thanksgiving meals. We're talking about what we do with our leftovers. I asked everybody if they had any fun things that they do with the leftovers. You see all these videos online with people doing all kinds of cool stuff with them. Just wondering what everybody does with theirs. Mr. Wizard just heats up his in the microwave and eats them the way they are. We don't do anything fancy with them. Just throw them on a plate and eat them. Sandra says, yuck. Oh, I see. She just got notice it might start snowing by her soon, so she says yuck for that. I can understand that. Oh, purple potatoes. I gotcha. So you dye the gravy to go with the purple potatoes. Gotcha. Now it makes more sense. I didn't realize we were talking about purple potatoes. I must have. I saw the mention about purple potatoes. I love purple potatoes. They're really good. Have y'all ever tried purple cabbage? No. Broccoli. Have y'all tried purple broccoli before? That's pretty good too. I don't remember when it was. A couple years ago maybe. They had these weird colors of broccoli. Like, I don't understand what the reason was behind having it, but they had them and they were really good. So we had to try them because we thought it would just be something fun and cool for the kids. And I think that's what it was. I think it was like one of those things that like, here's, you know, something to help your kids eat, you know, their vegetables or whatever. Why do I feel like I did this wrong? Because I did. I pressed all these towards the wrong side. Okay. That makes sense here. Feed themselves. Right? I'm with you, Carrie. I'm kind of with you a little bit. Like, the leftovers, that's so that I don't have to cook for the next 2 days. Broccoli or cauliflower? You know what, Brat46, you might be right. It might have been cauliflower. You might be, yeah, you might be right there. It might have been cauliflower. Yeah, 100%. And I think it turned white when you cooked it. Yes. See, Carrie, this is why I like you. This you and I, we're on the same page. I like it. I like it. Yeah, that's why you have leftovers, so you don't have to cook. Duh. And Mr. Wizard loves leftovers. Like, they're one of his favorite dishes. So he's like, sure, yeah, no, that's fine. The girls were never really big fans of leftovers, but they would eat them. If Mom said she wasn't cooking, then they would eat them for sure. Yeah. I just want to take a quick second. Looks like we've got quite a few watching right now. I just wanted to welcome all of you to the channel. If you are new to the channel, thank you so much for joining us. If you would consider, please subscribe. If you would consider subscribing to the channel, please do so. You can hit that button down there. Unfortunately, you do have to be subscribed for at least an hour in order to participate in chat. And I do apologize for that, but we've had some issues with some trolls here recently. You know, my moderators, they are awesome at catching them, but, you know, they're still there, and so we've had to make some changes to kind of how we do the chat, and I apologize for that in advance. But I welcome you. While you're down there, please also consider hitting that like button for me. It really, really helps out the channel, and that goes for everybody, not just our new visitors, but everyone here. If you guys haven't already, please consider tickling that like button for me. I really appreciate it. Do it while you're thinking about it, that way you won't forget. That's how I look at things. We are making some gnomes. You can see the 2 gnomes behind me. We've already made those, and we're working on some accent pieces now. Judy says, I'm on a losing streak. Oh, she must be talking about the games in chat. You can earn thimbles. For those of you who are new to the channel, we do have a points program that we offer here on the channel called Thimbles. Basically, you play some games in chat, you participate in chat, and you are earning thimbles. And then you can trade in those thimbles for prizes. Someone redeemed, forgive me, I do not remember who it was. Oh, Sandra. Sandra redeemed her thimbles earlier today. You might have seen that one pop up on the screen. That was a thimble redemption. The prizes include free notions, which can be anything from seam rippers to thimbles to, gosh, what else do I have in the box there? Excuse me. Thread holders. I have snips in there too. Those are all some free notions. And then there's also a fat quarter redemption where I will mail you a random fat quarter from my stash. There's also a free pattern. We all purchase patterns throughout the years, and I will send you a free pattern that I've purchased. It's not a free pattern, it is a purchased pattern, so then that way you know there's actually value in it. Not that there's no value in free patterns, there absolutely is value in those as well. 100%. Everybody takes the time to make those, so there's absolutely value in those as well. There's other prizes as well. You can do exclamation point prizes in chat. It'll give you a list of them. We have 3 games that we play inside of chat to help you earn some more thimbles, besides just hanging out with us and watching and participating in chat. There's also 3 games you can play. There is our heist game, which is basically a luck of the draw. You tell the computer how many thimbles you're willing to risk, and then it randomly selects a winner or multiple winners. Just depends on what's going on with there. I think it's based on how many people are playing and how many people are watching. I'm not really sure. I don't know. Then there's also our slots game, which is basically just a random slots game. You pull the lever, if you will, and it gives you a prize. And then there's a new game that just came up, which is basically just a roll of the dice game. So it's called the roll of the dice game. Doesn't actually roll any dice. But that one's also in there as well. There you go. Melanie has joined the treasure hunt. Congratulations. I've tried desperately to try and find that particular set of text to change it, and I cannot find it anywhere. So it is the Thimbles game. It is the heist game for sure. Alright, let me add these to this one, and then we've got 2 more rows to do. And then this one will be done, and we can start on the next one. Move these over for just a second. There we go. Okay. Like that for would make turkey surprise after Thanksgiving. It's a piece of toast with mayo, turkey, and melted cheese on top. Get it? Surprised? Turkey again. LOL. That's funny. That's funny, Fern. I like that. That would actually be Mr. Wizard's lunch the next day for sure. Like, he absolutely loves leftover turkey sandwiches for lunch. That would be his thing. He'd probably throw in a little stuffing on it as well if he could. Like, he's the leftover king. I'm not sure if he's more excited for the leftovers than he is the meal. I'm not 100% sure, but he likes those leftovers for certain. Susan says, time to go. No problem, Susan. You have a great, happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. Thanks so much for hanging out with us today. I appreciate that. Again, no live stream next Sunday. You guys spend time with your families, but we'll be back the first weekend in December. Half an hour later than normal because we will be doing our breakfast with our kids. I have no idea what we're going to be working on yet. I hadn't gotten that far. Alright. here's what we've got so far. Let me show you what we've got. We're almost done. We've only got 2 rows left. That's what we've got so far. Cute little star. Cranberry sauce. Yes, that's might have been what I was thinking. Alright, let's see what we got. This way. Got some extra pieces again here. Seems like these, I've got a Ziploc down here with all the extra pieces. Seems like these gnome kits have a lot of extra pieces to them, and I don't know if that's just because Hot Cuts decided they really just didn't want to count them, because they kind of stick together quite a bit. But there's quite a few extra pieces. Like, I've only done 2 of the blocks so far, and I've got a whole stack of extra pieces here. Not 100% sure what I'm going to do with them yet. I might just throw them into my spare scraps bins. Scraps boxes, which I need to start putting together those. They will be mailed out in December. If you are interested in getting one of those, you do need to be a member of the channel. So you can sign up for that by hitting the join button down at the bottom there, if that is something you are interested in receiving. And the only reason that I require the membership is because it basically pays for the postage on those. The least expensive option is our $2.99 option, which if you add that up over the year, it equals about $30, which covers the postage for 2 boxes a year, which is what that's for. So that's why it's the way it is. Because I can guarantee you, I will guarantee you at least 2 boxes a year. Originally I said only 1, and I think the description even only says 1, but I'm going to change that to say 2. Just laying out these last 2 pieces here. Give me a second, guys. Denise is going to take off too. No problem, Denise. We understand. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. I appreciate it. You have a wonderful, safe holiday weekend. Don't go too crazy with your Black Friday shopping. Alright, so that's all the pieces that we've got here. So I'm going to go ahead and throw these in my scrap bin. I got a little Ziploc bag here with all my scraps in it from all the other blocks. So I'm just going to throw that in here. Actually, I think I have them by color. I do have them by color, so let me just grab these real quick. There we go. Grab these. Oh, got more here. Lots of these dark brown. My goodness, lots of them. It's too bad they're not the right size. We could have used them for the dog quilt, but they are definitely not the right size. It's too bad. Lots of the white too. It's like it's a batik fabric, so it's like white and it's got like a little bit of blue in it, like a really tiny tint of blue in it. Lots of scraps here, though. Lots of them. All right. Judy seems to be doing pretty well on that new gamble game with the dice roll. Sometimes the bot likes people, and sometimes they don't. Oh, dang it. This one got caught on me. This one got stuck on me. There we go. yesterday, I don't know if I told you guys this, but I broke a nail yesterday. I was so mad at myself. You know, I get my nails done. I know it's one of my guilty pleasures. It's totally out of my budget, but I do it anyway. Because it makes me feel good about myself. And sometimes you got to do that, you know, especially as women. Sometimes we just got to do the things that make us feel good about ourselves. And so I do get my nails done. They are dipped. They are not acrylic. They are dipped. But I hit one of them. I don't want to like hold the finger up, but it's this middle one finger. I don't know if you guys can see it. The little white speck there. But I cracked it because I was reaching for I was sewing and I reached for the fabric and it hit the arm here and it cracked it. So I was like, dang it. It wasn't in the way of the needle by any means. It was just kind of in the way of the arm. And this is not the first time I've done this. Like this is probably the 4th or 5th time I've done this. So I know better. I was kind of annoyed by it. So yeah, so I broke a nail. I was kind of angry about it. That was annoying. Especially but I mean, the place I go to, because they are dipped, they guarantee them. So since I did break it, I could just go back to them and they would fix it for free. Acrylics you would have to pay for, but when there are dips like this, you can just go back and they'll fix it for free usually. And I probably could do that today, but it's not that annoying at the moment. I took a nail file and I kind of filed it down a little bit just so it wasn't sharp and I wasn't going to catch anything on it. We'll see. If it gets really annoying, I'll go during the week and have it fixed. Alright, so there's the triangles. Let's see if we can put this together now. Which way am I going? Towards H. Spider Blossom Bound. I assume that's a quilt, Carrie. Is that your next quilt that you're working on? Is that the name of the pattern? Spider Blossom? Congratulations on getting it bound. I have so many projects that I need to bind. Oh my gosh, so many. One of them is actually a Christmas gift, so like I need to get my stuff together and do it. Like I need to get it done. And it probably will be something that I pull up next time we come back. I will probably be doing that one. Because that one needs to be done for a Christmas gift. And then I'm hoping, fingers crossed, to have the man cave quilt done as well for a Christmas gift. That is the goal. We'll see. If not, that's okay. The person that it's intended for, their birthday is in March, so I can always wait. I kind of give myself a little bit of leeway. Sandra says she's got to run. No problem, Sandra. We appreciate you being here and hanging out with us. Thanks again so much for being here. Guys, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to Sandra's channel. If you do !Sandra in chat, it'll give you a link. Excuse me. She is definitely 100% an expert. Kathy, my moderator, Kathy, definitely an expert. Kathy teaches you how to make blocks every week. That's a lot of fun. She posts the patterns and stuff, and you're able to make the blocks with her. That's a lot of fun. It's like a little sew-along every week. Lots of fun. Carrie says, yes, the quilt I just posted. Oh, awesome, Carrie. I assume by posted you mean on our Facebook page. So thank you, everybody. Thank you for reminding me to remind everybody else about it. So thanks for that. I'll check it out after the stream here. But if you guys haven't already, please consider following us on Facebook and on Instagram. If you do !FB in chat, it'll give you a link. Melanie, thank you for throwing that link up there for Sandra. Appreciate that. What was I doing? I saw something shiny, guys. Sorry. It's my excuse. Every time I get distracted, oh, I must have seen something shiny. Right. Saw something shiny. So. Alright. So there's that. This way. There we go. Oh, looks like Melanie went over and subscribed, so thanks, Melanie, for that. Really appreciate that. I have a lot of content creator friends, and I absolutely love them because they are the true experts, 100%. Like, I go to their channel when I'm looking for things because, excuse me, they know how to do this stuff a whole lot better than I do. So that's why I'm constantly telling you guys to go over there and follow them, because if you want expert advice, that's where you should go. They make some amazing things over there. They're all just amazingly talented. Kelly is amazingly talented. Dawn, I know she was here earlier. I don't know if she still is. Dawn is great too. My Quilt Projects. You do exclamation point Dawn. She is an amazing job. She also has her own vlog as well on her website. So I think I have links to both of those. She actually creates patterns too. She's got some patterns that she's offered for free that are just amazing. I love following her on Instagram. She does a lot on Instagram. I love following her on Instagram. She's so funny. Some of her comments are just so funny. She's very clever. Oh, son of a... Carrie, it looked like you were, or Melanie, it looked like you were throwing up a channel link there for Carrie. I'm not sure if Carrie has a channel, but if she does, we can make sure to get a link set up for her. I do not have one set up for her right now. Lucas usually sets those up for me, but he is offline right now, which is fine. I mean, I get it. You know, he's got a real job. He's got to follow that. Bye, Sandra. Thanks again so much for hanging out with us. We really appreciate it. There you go. There's Dawn's channel. Thanks for throwing that link up there. If you guys do exclamation point creators in chat, it'll give you a list of all of our content creator friends. And then from there, you can pick and choose which ones you want to follow and which ones you don't. You just have to then enter what it does is it gives you a list of the commands for all of the creators. And then that way you can see all of the friends that we've got. Follow them there. I do also try to, if you're watching this after the stream, I do try to keep my my experts list down at the bottom of our channel page. I do try to keep that updated as well. I have to be honest and say it has not been updated in a hot minute. So if you are a content creator and you are a friend of this channel and you're not listed there, I do apologize. I have not updated it in a hot minute. I do need to. That's one of my things on my to-do list for the end of the year. I'm trying to plan things for the rest of this year, trying to plan things for next year, make sure that our page is updated. There's lots of playlists in there, guys. If you have ever noticed, I do try to create playlists for our projects. So if you're looking for something specific, usually you can take a look at it that way and find it that way. Trying to figure out what the heck I'm doing here. We're on our last row. There we go. Kathy threw the creators link up there, so thank you so much for that. So did Patricia. Awesome. So a little bit of a spam there for a moment, but that's okay. You guys can see those are the commands for all of the content creators. And then from there, just figure out which creator friend you want and then throw their command up into chat and it'll give you a link. I can't give you all the links at one time because that would be a really long message. But that at least gives you a listing of all of the people that are listed there. And if your name is missing, please let me know. Lucas and I are constantly updating that particular command. We want to make sure that all of our friends are there. Somebody says, Melanie's got to take off. No problem, Melanie. We appreciate it. She says, Dawn, I got subscribed to you too. I'll see you later. Got to get going. Nordic Star Table Runner. That sounds like fun. Originally, when I was looking for fabric for our Firelight project, it was like a starry night type of fabric that we were using. That's kind of what I was looking for initially when I went looking for borders and backing fabric. I didn't really find anything at either one of the quilt stores that I was at with regards to like a starry night kind of fabric. I mean, obviously, the Motor Grunge does have a star fabric that I could have went with, but I didn't like any of the colors that either of the stores had. I had a specific colors in mind of what I wanted to do. So I kind of had a little bit of a vision already of what I wanted. Excuse me. But I am so happy with the fabrics that I did find. Unfortunately, I did not pay attention to what fabrics they are or who they're from. I honestly, when I'm shopping for fabric, I'm not really looking at name brands. I'm not looking at the brand name. I'm not looking at the collection. I'm looking at, you know, what the fabric looks like and how it feels. Those are the two important things to me when I'm looking at fabrics. Rat46 says a free pattern. Oh, the Nordic Star Table Runner is a free pattern. Oh, awesome, awesome. We love those. Didn't somebody just post a picture of that not too long ago? I feel like one of the larger content creator channels just posted a picture of that pattern. Maybe I'm wrong. What did I do here? I don't know. That one got flipped somehow. Alright, we're just attaching the last 2 rows to this accent one here. And then we'll probably get started on the next one. We're definitely not going to finish it in time, for sure. I'll finish it offline. Part of the kit for cotton cuts is they also gave us some sashing for each of these blocks. So there's some sashing pieces that go in between the blocks. I can show you guys that real quick. And then, of course, there's the backing and binding. Lots of nesting of seams on this one. Lots of seam nesting. There we go. Go. Just kind of pressing it down here. So this is the block that we made today. I started it offline and we finished it today. I feel like it's upside down though. Yeah, it is. This piece here is upside down. Well, maybe not. No, it's this top piece that's upside down. They're supposed to be opposites. It doesn't really matter. They're supposed to be opposites. They're supposed to be facing out. I'm not going to worry about it. It's not that important to me, honestly. So there's that one. And there's my gnomes. So I'll put this one here. There we go. Let's see the third one. Alright. So Cotton Cuts, when they sent me the package, I got them in individual things, which I thought was really cool. They did a fantastic job of packaging it for me to make it really easy. Let me just put these scraps back in here. I did keep the patterns for each of these, so if I wanted to make them again, I can cut the pieces myself and make them if I wanted to. So then we have the second accent batik fabric here, and then this is the table runner kit. And you can see here, there are strips for the, you guys can't really see it inside, but this is the orange, there's this orange fabric, and that's what's going to be used as the sashing and the backing. I think it's sashing and backing. Let me just triple check and make sure here. Sashing strips between each unit on the ends. Join the sashing, join the units, join the long for this assembly. I'd have to open it, but I think that this piece here is the backing fabric. I think it's a backing. Sometimes with these kits, they give you the backing, or they give you the binding, but they don't give you the backing, or things like that. So I think that this one actually comes with the backing fabric and the stuff to make it. I don't know. I'd have to look. But we're going to go ahead and start on this accents number 2. We're definitely not going to finish it, but we're at least going to get it started. I will have to finish it off camera, but we'll go ahead and get it started. I didn't think that I was going to have this ready for by time Thanksgiving came around. I mean, I probably could, if I worked on it during the week here, I could probably have it done for the Thanksgiving table, but I didn't set that myself up with that expectation. I figured I'd have it next year. Let's pull that out. Here's my plastic. Throw that away in a minute. Slide that off. Here's our pattern. The half square triangles, well, I'm not going to give you guys away the sizes, but these are all based on 2.5 inch squares. So we've got a bunch of white triangles here. Some orange triangles. And some orange squares. And then a whole mess of dark brown triangles. You guys know Cotton Cuts is famous for their triangles. If you guys have ever worked with a Cotton Cuts project before, then you will know they are famous for their triangles. But their triangles are, you know, they're all pre-cut. They usually cut off the corners for you. That makes it really nice and easy. And basically, they make some beautiful, beautiful projects. So I strongly encourage you guys to check them out. They do still have some of these gnome projects left. We are going to be making a winter one as well. It's over there. Otherwise, I'd show it to you. We're going to be making a winter one as well. It's also really cute. I picked these up when Cotton Cuts was having a sale on their vault items, which these are their vault items. So I picked them up during that time. If you guys are interested in getting one of these, make sure you check out cottoncuts.com. I'm not affiliated with them in any way, shape, or form. I don't receive any type of kickbacks or anything else, no discount codes or anything like that. I just really, really love their products. We are doing PMQs right now. We just finished up our Tree of Life PMQ, so we're going to be sending that one off to the long arm to be done, and then Lucas and I are working on our Wild West one. We do that one usually the second or third Wednesday of every month, and he's going to be joining us remotely from his new apartment in Western Illinois, all the way over on the west coast of Illinois. So lots of fun there. All right. So first things first, I like to lay out my rows. I usually do 2 or 3 rows at a time. This is this one. So let's go ahead and grab these. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that one there. Here. This one here. That. With these types of projects, when you've got all these individual pieces you got to put together, sometimes it makes it a lot easier if you just kind of lay everything out in the order, and then that way you can sew it up in a quick order. The sewing doesn't take long at all, as long as you're okay with the triangle part of it. Hi, Patty. Good morning. Welcome back to the channel. I am doing very well. Thank you for asking. I appreciate you asking. I'm doing well. Getting ready for Thanksgiving. I took Friday off of work, and you'll have to watch the replay. I took Friday off of work and did a little bit of quilt shopping. So you'll have to watch the replay later so you can check out what we got. There's a cat joining me. We do still have a cat in the house. One left. She's an older cat. I think she's 14. No, I think she's older than that. I think she's 16. She is currently joining me. She likes to sniff out things. She is still much more active than our other cat, Angel, was. I don't know if you guys are an originator of the channel, then you may remember Angel. She used to hang out in the sewing room with me. I do still have my Angel block. For those of you who are more original members of the channel, you may remember the Angel block we made after she passed. I do still have that block. It is in a box right now. It's in one of these bins up here right now. Because I haven't decided where I want to put it at on the channel. Ozzy, no. Ozzy! Ozzy! No. She likes to lick plastic and she's licking the plastic. Ozzy! She likes plastic. But I do still have that block that we made, and I just haven't decided where I want to hang it in the room yet. It will most likely be hung behind me, for sure, somewhere. I just don't know where yet. Alright, third block. I like to lay out at least 3 rows at a time. It makes me feel like I'm accomplishing something. That was weird. Chat disconnected there for a moment. That was odd. Can't say that I've ever had that happen before, so sorry about that. Can't control what YouTube does sometimes. Man, lots of pieces here. These are really complicated pieces. Hang on. I think I got these backwards. H is this way. H is that way. That's why I lay them out first. So I can see what I'm doing. It's like a puzzle. It's like putting a puzzle together there for a second. So many pieces. Okay. One of these. One of these. It's like so many pieces. One of these. My goodness. One of these. One of these. My goodness. Yep. Let's see here what I've got here going. Nope. H. See, this is why I lay things out, because I had it right the first time. This is why I lay things out. Why didn't you guys tell me I was laying it out wrong? I was using the wrong colors. The H is the star. And the S is the center. So there. That's why I lay things out, because otherwise I get confused. H is this one. There we go. S H another H. My goodness. Alright. That looks more like the picture. That looks more like the picture. Okay. Let's set these aside now. So many pieces. Okay. There we go. Alright, let's start putting these together. I usually do 3 rows at a time because then I don't overwhelm myself. So let's start with the bottom row. Lots of triangles this time. My goodness, so many triangles. Hopefully my machine cooperates. The good news is that these are batik fabrics, so I don't need to worry about a right and wrong side. Thank goodness. Otherwise, we'd be in big trouble. Couple of you playing those slots games. Since I will have a 4-day weekend this weekend, I probably will get any of the November redemptions out next weekend. So if you wanted to redeem your notions for this month, this live stream is a good one to do that. Otherwise, you'll have some opportunities again in December. All right. Third row towards the H. Okay. Don't forget, I'm going to put them together right now because I'm going to lay these out and they're all going to be discombobulated. So I'm just going to, as soon as I figure out the 2 pieces need to go together, I sew them up. Otherwise, I end up with a mess. Okay. Alright, there's that. J and H is this one. Press towards the H. H. Hang on. J and H, okay. And this one is H and S, which is this one here. Press towards the S, which is this one here. They're not that complicated. They're just like detailed. You know, you got to make sure you put the correct colors together, otherwise you're not going to get the pattern. And with something this small, the pattern is kind of important. Where's the H? That one. I'm sorry I'm quiet here, guys, for just a second. I'm just trying to... This row is really complicated. Yes. Okay. Alright, let me get these up. Let me sew these up together here real quick. Alright. Kind of quiet here for a minute, guys. Sorry about that. This one requires a little bit of extra concentration for just a minute. All right, there we go. All right, now I can talk a little bit because I know what I'm doing now. The struggle is real with this one. I'm glad I waited until the last to do this one. It didn't look so complicated, but it's definitely a challenge for sure. I know I mentioned it quite a few times already, but if you guys are interested in making this particular project, I strongly encourage you to go over to the Cotton Cuts website, check it out. They don't have just November. They had them for every month of the year. It was a project that they had running, where they were mailing them out to people. So it was a block of the month type of program, and I kind of was a little disappointed with myself that I didn't sign up for it to begin with. But at the same time, it was like I didn't want one for every month. Like, I didn't need or want one for every month. So I went online and I found a couple of them that I really liked. I really liked this Thanksgiving one. I just thought these Pilgrim Gnomes were just hysterical. They're so cute. And then I also wanted the Christmas one because I really liked the colors that they chose for the Christmas one. The blue and the white and the silver. Those are kind of my favorite Christmas colors. Let me just make sure I do this right, guys. Here, hang on. Yeah, looks right. Okay. Next row. Oof. Hi, Chloe. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for joining us. We're just kind of finishing up here a little bit. Working on a Thanksgiving gnome table runner. I put one of the gnomes together on a previous live stream, and so we're just putting the rest of the pieces together now. Got 3 of the 4 blocks that are needed for this table runner together already. You can see them there behind me. Ate my corner. It ate my corner. Sometimes it does that with the corners. Yes, very fun. It is fun, Chloe. Yeah, 100%. And the kits were not horribly expensive. I mean, everything is pre-cut for you, so you don't have to cut anything. And you get a lot of extra pieces, too. Like, my gosh, I cannot believe the amount of extra pieces we ended up with. Hi, baby. One of my fur babies is joining me again. You've gotten to see all of my fur babies today. Stay away from my foot pedal, please. Where are you? She likes to come up underneath the desk, and I just don't want her near the pedal. That would not be safe for anyone. Bye! Thanks for joining me. I really need a puppy cam. I totally need a puppy cam. This is my commitment to you guys, that before next year ends, I will have a puppy cam set up. I also want to do a better overhead cam too. Those are my goals of things I want to accomplish for next year with regards to my setup. Okay, J to H is this one. H to S is this one. Okay. Another H to S. I mean, there's probably enough blocks here to make another one of these blocks. Like, if I wanted to make another gnome, there's probably enough pieces left for me to make another one. Like, that is how many they gave. Like, they were more than generous with the amount of pieces. So. Nope. This way. Yes. Let me sort these up before I forget. Okay. Must have had an extra triangle in there. Hang on. Wait. This way. Triple check. Triple check. Do you sew with your shoes on? Fern wants to know if I sew with my shoes on. Fern, no, not usually. No. I can, and I have sometimes, but no, for the most part, I don't like shoes. Like, just as in general, I don't like shoes. I don't like socks. Like, it's a thing for me. So I don't really wear, like, I have pairs of slippers. Like, my mom actually gave me a really, really nice pair of slippers, and they fit really well. They're very comfortable. I'm not a socks person. Like, I'm not a slippers person. So I will wear them. I do have them, but no. For the most part, I'm barefoot. I can, and I have when my feet are really cold, like when it's cold in here, because it does get cold in this room. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I actually have a heater going in here. Angry with me again. I do have a heater in here because it does get cold in this room. This is the southwest corner of the house, and it does get chilly in this room. And my house is built in the 70s. I'm fairly certain they use newspaper. I'm fairly certain they use newspaper for insulation because it gets really chilly in his. Every room that we've redone the bathroom and the kitchen. When they pulled the drywall down for the kitchen, they figured out that there really was no insulation in the kitchen. Basically the cabinets is what was insulating the kitchen. So they replaced it all. Which it really didn't surprise me when they told me that. Like, I was like, yeah, that makes sense, because it's this way. Because it's normally kind of chilly in my house. And there's a little bit of a breeze in my house, a cool breeze in my house, so it's a little drafty. But I live in a ranch-style house. It was built in the early 70s. We have upgraded the kitchen and the bathroom since we moved in. I've been in the house for about it'll be 22 years in April. Because the girls were 3 weeks old when we moved in. Mr. Wizard has lived with me in this house for a little over 15 years, so about almost half. Actually, more than half. We've been in this house together. We had talked about at one point in time when he moved out, maybe buying a bigger home, something that we would all be a little bit more comfortable in, something that had more than one bathroom. But then as the market kind of crashed, and then the kids started getting older, and We just kind of got to a point where, like, it's a ranch-style home. There's no stairs. The doorways are large enough for, you know, if we were to be wheelchair-bound or whatever might happen. You know, it's big enough for just the two of us. So, we'll make it work. So we decided to stay. And we will be here for a while. Especially now that the kids are moving out into their own homes. So, you know, we have the 2 spare bedrooms now. So. Kathy says she wears socks. Judy says barefoot or socks. Yeah, good question. Good question. Excuse me. I have tried to wear, like I said, I don't like socks. Like, it's a thing. Like, I don't like things on my feet. It's been a thing since I was a little kid. Mama Joyce can tell you I used to rip those little baby socks off all the time. It's just a thing. Like, I just don't like things on my feet. I have worn, like, those fuzzy socks as slippers before, and I have found that they work really well for sweeping up the floor in the sewing room. They do a fantastic job of sweeping up the floor in the sewing room. But otherwise, they just get annoying. I'm having issues with the triangles today. I wasn't having issues, and now I am. They're, like, eating. This is a brand new needle. I just switched it out this morning. So I know it's not the needle. It's just me. It's just me being dumb. Paneling on the walls. Oh, no, we don't have any paneling, thank goodness. No paneling. But I'm pretty sure they use newspaper. Because our house gets really drafty. We have a wood-burning fireplace in the living room, and I absolutely love it. But it is not a brick fireplace. It is a standalone. They call it a Johnson fireplace, I think they call it. It's a standalone, so basically it stands close to a wall, but not in the wall. But we use that in the winter when it gets really cold. It's got a brick wall behind it. See, I'm already screwing up, like I'm looking at the wrong row. I think I've been staring at enough triangles today here. Let's see. H to J. Mary from Missouri, now live in Indiana. Ah, okay. Hi Mary, welcome to the channel. Gosh, I haven't seen your name before. Welcome. So great to see you. Thanks so much for joining us today. Checking to make sure I'm doing this right. All right. There's that. And then this one. I am sliding off my chair. I really need to buy a new chair. I keep looking at them and I just haven't found one that I like. I've tried regular sewing chairs, you know, without the arms on them, and I just don't like them. I don't know if it's just me or what, but, like, I feel like I'm going to fall off the chair. Like, I just feel like I'm going to slide off, so those don't really work for me. This way. But I keep looking. In fact, when we were at the quilt store on Friday, I looked. I sat in a couple of them, and I just don't like them. I've had this office chair since COVID. When I had to go work remote from home during COVID, my kitchen chairs they were comfortable enough to sit in for dinner, but they were most definitely not comfortable enough to sit in all day to work remote. so I ended up having to switch them out. I ended up buying this chair, and this was basically the only one they had at the time, because, you know, during COVID you couldn't find anything for home offices. So the backing on it is fine. It's a mesh backing on it, which is fine, but the bottom of it is also a mesh chair, and when you're sitting in it, it's very uncomfortable. So I have a seat cushion that I put in it, but the seat cushion slides around. Because I think it's just a little too small for my seat, if you know what I'm saying. But it's a little too small for my seat, if you know what I'm saying. Patricia says I have a gaming chair. Yeah, Patricia, I've not been able to sit in one. Like, I see them everywhere for sale, but I haven't been anywhere that I've been able to actually sit in one to see if I would like it or not. I've heard that they are very comfortable chairs. They're very good for you. You know, I would like to sit in one before I commit to buying one. You know, like, that's a really big purchase, and I want to be able to sit in it first. But yeah, I've heard a lot of people have gaming chairs. I have fallen while picking up strings. No arms. Yeah, like, I feel like I would fall over in it. I much prefer the ones with the arms on them. And this one has arms on it, so I feel safe in it. Yeah, I've heard gaming chairs. Brat46 wants to know, do you eat pistachio nuts with the shells on them? I'm not a pistachio nuts kind of person. So I can't say, because I don't actually like pistachios. So I don't know, but that's a good question to ask. I don't know. Oh, Mary says, I live in Minnesota and subscribed a while ago, but do not usually chat. And that's okay, Mary, no problem. We appreciate you being here. You know, there's usuals, you know, that are usually participating in chat. So it's fairly easy for me to pick out the names that I don't see in chat very often. And unfortunately, I don't get a list of who's lurking, so I don't know you're there, unless you say hi in chat. But I do appreciate it. And I appreciate you lurking and watching and hanging out with us and being in chat. And now that I know you're there, I like to personally thank you for watching. It's one of my favorite things to do. The shells have an oil that burns really nice in the fireplace wood stove. Oh, Pratt46, I had no idea. That's an excellent idea. I have bought, and I know this probably isn't a good idea, but I have bought pine cones. They're treated. They're like, they've got some type of coating on them. They're safe for the environment, but you buy them and then you burn them, and they burn in different colors in the fireplace. I've bought those before for the kids, because they think those are really cool. They're super expensive, so you know you don't burn them all at one time. You know, you just throw one in there every once in a while. But I didn't know anything about the pistachios. That's a good idea. I'm not but you know, pistachios are extremely expensive, so I'm not a fan of them myself. But Mr. Wizard is, so next time he has some, I'll have to ask him about it. Alright, well, let's just finish up this row here, guys, and then I think we're gonna bid adieu for the stream for today. I try to keep it within the 2-hour time frame if I can on Sundays, because I know we all got lots of things we gotta do. I'm gonna be making some dog food. That's gonna be fun. Pine cones are great for outside, but they still have a tar pitch that can stick to the chimney. Oh, yeah, that's true. I do get my chimney serviced regularly just to make sure that it stays safe. And we do have those chimney sweeping logs that we use quite a bit as well. But yeah, you're absolutely right. We don't do a lot of that. Alright, good friends. Well, this is what we've got so far for this second block. You can start to see the star pattern coming in here to play. So this is what it's going to look like. Let me show you. This is what that second block is going to look like. That second accent block there is going to look like once it's done. So I'm going to go ahead and finish that off camera, and maybe I'll even get some sashing on today. We'll have to wait and see. It just depends on what I'm feeling like today. All right, friends. Well, that is it for today's stream. Thank you so much for joining me today, hanging out with me in my sewing room. This is my favorite day of the week. Like, absolutely, 100%. It's my favorite day of the week because I get to spend time with you guys. We get to make some fun projects. I get to see all my fur babies come join us here and there. The cat just snuck back in. So anyway, but thank you again so much. Welcome to all of our new subscribers, all of our new members, everybody that's joined the chat today. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate y'all being here. See, you can see her over there. Ozzy, I said leave the bag alone. Sorry. Teresa, hello, how are you? Thanks so much for popping in. She says she's been watching and she's been sewing, but I appreciate that. Thank you so much for that. Welcome to all of our new subscribers. I can't wait to get to know you better the next time we're back. So again, just a reminder to those of you who weren't here before, there is no live stream next week. I'm skipping the week so I can hang out with my friends and family. The girls are going to be home for the weekend, so I'm going to hang out with them. They're probably all going to head back on Sunday, so I want to spend some time with them in the morning before they all head back. So no live stream next week. We will resume our live streams the first weekend in December. As a reminder, it is the first weekend of the month, so we'll be 30 minutes late. I have no idea what we're going to do yet. Probably a whip or a UFO, because I have a bunch of them. Like, there are so many that I need to finish up on. So we'll probably see that. But thank you again to everybody. I hope you guys have a safe and happy holiday weekend. Please don't spend too much money shopping. And make sure that you guys stay safe. Make sure you're being careful with cooking and things like that, and stay safe. And I can't wait to see you guys again. While this time is off, if you guys are working on some projects and you want to share those pictures with us, please make sure that you post pictures on our Facebook group. If you do !FB in chat right now, it'll give you a link. If you're watching this after the stream, you can find a link down in the description box below. There's also a link down there to our merch channel if you are interested in any of that. Otherwise, I will see you guys again in a couple weeks. Thanks again, everyone. You have a wonderful rest of your weekend and rest of your week. And I'll see you not next weekend, but the weekend after. Bye for now. Thanks so much.